You hit a nerve there. I hit a nerve there, really? Tell me about this, yeah.
That has been such a challenging journey. So I think early on it was very easy because we were building for a very small segment of true pet parents who really cared about getting the best for their pets. And then as we wanted to scale, we wanted to go deeper, there was a lot of pressure around price. And I think as a company, we just do not want to build rubbish just because we have to meet a certain price point. So we have truly struggled to find ways of not compromising on value system and trying to meet the market somewhere. And I think we still have a long way to go because we just don't want to compromise.
Yeah. But you're right, because I think I am also a pet parent. I have 3 dogs. One golden retriever, King Corso, and now I have this tiny little Springer. So I understand what you're saying, because even when I go and buy, food for them, I sometimes feel like I don't know what I'm feeding them. So I'd rather cook myself or get meat or whatever myself. So because you really have to be very careful what goes into it. So like you're saying, that you can make it very cheap and put whatever in it, but then if you want quality, you have to pay for it. Right. So do you have any rules that you follow when it comes to the food that you're making for the dogs? Is there anything you can do?
2 rules. We have to be able to eat it ourselves.
Are you serious?
Yeah, all of it.
No.
I will show you videos of me eating and testing all our food.
Yeah. All the eat the dog food that you're making.
Yeah.
Like every
And by the way, we're both vegetarian.
So he has the meat part, I taste all the veg ones, but it has to be human grade, it has to be super clean, it has to be stuff that we give to our pets, and we have to be able to use it every day. Like that is, there is no negotiation.
You eat everything that you make for the
Every single thing.
अच्छा ये होता है रावण ये खत्म हो जाता तो मैं पावर नहीं बढ़ा पाऊंगा लड़ने के लिए क्या
I have picked up chicken cheese
ना
flavor in this
लड़ने की पावर नहीं आ पाएगी मेरे पास इन्हीं को समझता रह जाऊंगा और यहाँ भी पावर माइनस हो रही है तो कितनी स्टारडस्ट है इसमें स्टारडस्ट नहीं है स्टारडस्ट है एक और कर पाऊंगा बस मैं ट्रांसफर ये भी था करो करो कोई बात नहीं देखो ना 12-16 ट्रांसफर वगैरह मत करो
and because
नहीं
of
ना
that,
मैं
I'll go home
करूँगा
and I'll take a bite of that because you eat it. So I will also share the chicken.
It doesn't have sugar, so you're not gonna like
कोई
it.
भी बढ़िया पोकेमोन ट्रांसफर करने थे मुझे बढ़िया काफी बढ़िया
Sure, I will try. What is else are you eating? I will also know.
For sure.
So I want to ask you about the Hub Foundation. Please tell me.
So actually, it's an interesting story. We started the company because we wanted to run a foundation. It was not the other way around.
Really?
But the idea was that we didn't want to go out and seek money from people from time to time to fund the foundation. So we said, okay, what's the best way of doing this? Let's start a company which will eventually fund the foundation.
Okay, now you know, like you have all my cards.
So we actually both of them started at the same time, and some of the proceeds from the products that we sell go to the foundation, and then the foundation itself has
मेरे को नहीं आता रावण हो गया तो हो गया
which it sells for almost no profit, and the money that it earns from that essentially goes out to help street animals, to provide education to children, to collar drives, to water bowls across the nation. So yeah, it is actually a very endearing little thing going on within a larger organization.
It's hardly little. I think it's very, very important that you do that. So this foundation is being run by the money that you make from the business, and you literally establish your company so that you can fund the foundation. You don't have to ask for money.
That's right.
If I had an award here, I'd probably give it to you. But this is just like the most noble thing I've heard anybody do for animals, for dogs. I'm just so touched with all this. I hope you guys do extremely well and keep growing this business and the love between the two of you. And I believe you guys still go on dates, which is every Tuesday and Thursday. In the middle of the week, this is happening. How do you do this?
So it was definitely a tradition for a long time. I'm spending a lot of time trying to set up our business in Singapore now. So we don't have that much time together anymore, but whenever we do it, it's important because life goes by and work is always intense. But even on date nights, we make a rule no work talk. Really? But 20 minutes in, we can't wait to go back.
ऐसे लिस्ट में नहीं देखूंगा ना सी पे आएगा ना
I think we should get back to work.
सी
No, but it's like just the two of us, like we
चार
never
बंडल
talk
है
about work. We try to set those
चार
boundaries,
बंडल
you know, that like no work, we're going to talk about so many other things and
चार
life and all
बंडल
of that.
Then we realize real life is.
Yeah, this is life.
Who are we liking? Like, come on, why we can?
Yeah.
ये वाला नहीं
But how do you balance? I mean, when you know
ये
husband and
बेहतर
wife are
लगा
working together, doesn't that ever get in the way? Your personal and your professional. Now that the company is growing and you know it's obviously more responsibility and
कहाँ
you now
11,000 रुपए का
you sleep
ट्रांसफर
on
हो
it.
आप 100 रुपए में आ रहा है
So how
वही तो
does
देख रहा
this
हूँ
work out? This balance?
There is no balance. You try, we fail. We try. Now we reach the point where say, "Oh, अलग ही country में चले गए."
So it just doesn't exist, you know. I think it's about just giving each other the space and the partnership for us to thrive individually as well as collectively at work, outside
पकड़ो
work. And I think that's what we're
यहाँ
trying
है
to do, just support each other's journeys in and out of
I
work.
feel like he gives in all the time when you guys fight.
Oh gosh, no!
No, we actually don't fight very
Oh my
often.
God,
We
okay.
don't fight very
Okay,
often.
disagree.
The last time we had a big disagreement was when she was moving to Singapore, and we argued about who was taking which dog. She wanted to take both.
Oh my
Pokemon है ना
God, you
Pokédex
argued also earlier.
आगरा वाला
No, but we have disagreements at work, definitely. But I think it's nice to have
लगता नहीं
different perspectives,
Yeah.
right? Otherwise, you can just go down one path.
बोला
I have blinders on
Yeah.
when it comes to the way that I think, and it's very important that he brings in different perspectives.
Yes.
And so we definitely disagree, and we disagree even with like the other teams. But I think that's great.
I think that is very important.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
it
it's
is.
almost a flat line. There is
Exactly.
absolutely
Yeah.
yes men all around you.
Exactly.
It's the most boring environment.
Yeah.
Being
Yeah.
nothing exciting about that.
Yeah, no, we challenge each other all the
I
time.
think that's wonderful. That's alive. And on that note, we're going to end this segment and I'm taking you to a more exciting one in the next one. And this is called
Bus.
Rockford on the Rocks.
बस
Super honest answers, really quick ones, no overthinking. Alright? First question. Who worries more about the business?
ना
Oh, all heart.
करते रहो
Rashi Samat, their child and their dogs have a Sunday free. How do you spend it?
Just chill.
शाबाश
Chill, no?
Yeah.
Don't want to move. Vegetate.
Read a book, watch a movie, you know, chat, play games, go for a
Nothing
walk.
hectic.
Nothing hectic.
Yeah.
Who's more likely to bring work to
farfetch
date
sleep करते
night?
जाओ
Oh, that's a hard one.
That's a hard one. It's both of you.
Yeah, it is.
But you're the first one.
No, she's bringing to talk about it.
Yeah,
But
चलो मैं ही
मैं ही बोल
बोलता हूँ
देता
यार.
हूँ.
अच्छा, it's one of those. Okay. Favorite place to pause and reflect. And pause is PWS.
एक नाश ये अलग है छोड़ो
Chill with my dog, take an afternoon nap.
Oh.
That's all you
करो
have.
करो करो
And reflect. Oh, early mornings, you know, with our dog.
You really live it, don't you? Your business. Okay, most unusual product request from
और
a
क्या
customer.
It's a funny one. She'll tell you the
farfetch
story.
भी करते जाओ कर रहा हूँ
Tell me.
At one of our pop-ups, I saw this lady pacing up and down, you know, very agitated on the phone. And then she came to our stall and she said, "Do you have electric shock collars for husbands?" For husbands? Oh, why don't we make them?
farfetch के लिए दिखा रहा
All leashes. And
Geo
the lady
do
asked me
wants
for a
that,
leash
yeah.
for her husband. I was like, wow.
No, you're kidding me now.
No, seriously. Like, really.
Oh my
I
god.
can't make these things up.
So what about a harness and stuff?
A lot of people have asked for harness for kids.
For kids,
But I think this is the unusual part.
Oh yeah. What are the things you'd never sell at Huft, even if there was a demand?
Rawhide bones, low quality treats, anything that we don't believe in.
Glamour.
Electric collars, prong collars,
Glamour.
soap collars. Any pet store
ये
has this,
आ नहीं
and a
रही
lot of their
इसकी
shelves
list
are full of this.
हाँ
And we would
ग्लैमो डिलीट मत करो ना जियो डिलीट मारो
Most dog-eared business book on your shelf.
I would say Steve Jobs, the big one about his life.
For me, I think,
दो दोस्त
oh gosh, I love reading, so that's very hard. But I think that it hasn't been about personal development that helps me be better at business or better at just being me. I love Robin
मेरा
Sharma.
अकाउंट
He's got amazing books on being better leaders, on being better people, on just doing your finest work. And yeah.
भाई फालतू फालतू पकड़वाए हैं
You're all head And you are on hard ice. Seriously. Okay. One thing about running a pet business that nobody tells you. If somebody else wanted to start, like, what would you
ये
like
कब
to
से
share?
इंटरव्यू लेने
It's
लगी?
not just coming in and
मैं
playing
देख ही
with
नहीं रहा,
dogs and
चल
cats
रहा है
all
बस.
day. It's real work with real people,
Yeah.
real feelings, and stakeholders to manage. So while the exterior is obviously a lot of fun, the backbone is still very much.
Yeah.
करते
I
रहो.
didn't ask, like, how much have you grown? How many cities are you supplying to now?
We are now in 18 cities in 3 countries.
3 countries.
Yeah, so we have our own stores in Singapore, outside of India,
yeah.
and then we have products that we sell to Russia and Kuwait.
Moving on to the next one. Complete the sentence. A perfect day at Huft is.
Or the day when we have photo shoots, you'll have so many different dogs and cats come in,
Wow.
and it's, well, for most of the people, it's playtime.
That was positively brilliant. Thank you so much for answering all the questions. And now you have to be mentor for our viewers in the
यार
Rockford
बहुत सारे
Mentor
फालतू
Cell.
कर रखे हैं.
So
सब
what
पे जाके
happens
राउंड
is that
चिटिंग नहीं
aspiring
कर रहा क्या?
entrepreneurs,
टाइम लगता
have
है,
some
पता
questions
है.
that they write into us about, and we want to ask
ये लो
you.
ना.
Pick your brains on that. Ready? Yeah. Okay. First is, how do you keep your team motivated and engaged during periods of change or uncertainty? When you have those hiccups, what do you do?
It's about just over communicating and oversharing, and I think that just makes them feel like they're much more integral part of the organization. And we all do the typical things, go out for retreats, do drinking evenings, so on and so forth. But I think that's really where things start changing when we talk to them like they're adults and they're very much part of what we do.
Yeah, they're not just employed, they're also part of the company. You should feel that sense of ownership with the company.
I think if you're transparent about the why of what you're trying to do, it helps people really come onto your side faster or embrace the changes that you're trying to make.
Okay. Hustle is a commonly used term these days. What does hustle mean to you?
I think to me it just means getting your hands dirty and solving the problem, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Just going after it versus
क्या ये?
or overthinking. It's about let's just do this.
Okay.
राउंड
How do
खाली
you
वाला भी
foster a
करता
culture
रहेगा.
of innovation within your company? Like you said, that
ट्रांसफर
you're
करो
coming
ढंग
up with
से
new
हो.
products.
जल्दी जल्दी
I
आए.
think you should answer
पता
that because
है.
we keep talking about it.
She keeps talking about innovation, yeah?
Yeah.
She's the one.
Okay,
cool. Yes.
We launch like hundreds of products every year.
Yeah,
And I think innovation comes from insights, and insights come from staying close to your customers and understanding their pain points, frustrations, and what can you solve for them to make their life easier. And sometimes you get it very directly, where somebody will say, yes, I need, but mostly you get it through conversations, like just really
How do you do that? How do you stay in touch with your customers?
going to stores, surveys. I read every single Google review across all 100 stores.
Wow.
Lots of ways of just staying connected. I'm on a lot of pet parenting WhatsApp groups, for like societies, and you just listen. And I think it's just about deep listening and taking insights from that and saying, okay, what can we do? People will tell you a pain point, and you take it to the table and say, how do I create a product or service or make a customer journey that can help to solve it?
Is there anything that you're working on right now?
अच्छा इसमें ट्रांसफर करता फिर देखता छुट्टी नहीं करता पहले छुट्टी नहीं कर रहा होगा सिर्फ एक एक रहेगा
for disabled, specially abled, older.
Do more every morning, and you just have to be patient and resilient.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
What's the best advice you never took but you wish you had?
Company must start karo.
ना
Oh, that's a good one. But you did do it, and you do it any or every other day, right? Like if you give a choice again, you would do it. You
I don't know
take
about
that
the
advice.
company. I would do what we do,
Huh.
but I'm not sure I would do it in a company
What
form.
do you mean company?
Just do it in a foundation form.
Ah, like that you mean.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you say the same thing?
Of course. I mean, you wake up every day and you're like, where is the next missile coming from with you? It's literally like that. It's very hard.
Isn't it exciting also at the same time?
It is in chapters, but because it's
40
constant
साड़ियाँ
and you
ट्रांसफर
don't
नहीं
have
मारा
enough
मैंने.
periods to rest, it can be very difficult.
But now that you've decided to go to Singapore, it's just the missiles are going to become more.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Maybe more missiles coming.
40 साठ में ट्रांसफर मारा है.
Like you're ambitious,
फिर क्यों नहीं
you're
दिख रहा?
hungry, and you just have to develop
पता नहीं.
massive resilience. That you fall down 7 times, you get up 8 times, no matter what.
I think it's a blessing to have
कहीं
that
यहाँ तो
kind
नहीं
of
टिक गया था नहीं.
That's something that you are just
देखो.
born with. It's not something you can learn. Some people don't have it at all.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of a blessing. And it's amazing what you do with that. hunger that's
Travis
going on. Listening to your journey, I can't help but think about all the people who have influenced you and supported you along the way. And this is, of course, your inner circle. It can't be just the two of you and Sarah.
कुछ दिख नहीं रहा
So
ग्लैमर
can you tell us a little bit more
बात
about,
कर दो
you know,
और
who else is part of this inner circle with you?
You know, I have to say that
ब्रोथली
it really has been
Badrasi.
my animals. I mean, truly, like I grew up in a home with them,
Very
and I've
glamour.
always been that
एक ही थी
right from that
मेरे
little
से
girl
आ नहीं रही थी इस
who
चक्कर में ग्लैमर
just
पे
wanted
डिलीट
to
हो
spend
गई
hours and
पता
hours with them to even now, like I'm just drawn to them in a very different way.
मैं पॉपुलर
That's
इकट्ठा
really
कर
where
रहा
I
हूँ तो
get
एक
my energy, my
पकड़ने का ही नहीं
inspiration
था
from. Like nothing lights me up more than being with them. And
Not even them. Alright, you do the job.
second. But and there have been so many people, friends, family, parents, siblings. You know, my brother works with us too, and who have really supported us on the journey. And we could not have done this without them because they understand us not showing up in a zillion ways for them,
Yeah.
and they're still there for us, and that just means more than I can ever say.
So this is very important to have that kind of support system. Okay, so that is your inner circle.
That's for me. That's that.
Very similar. I mean,
Yeah, I suppose.
we share the same thing, so
The answer is
if he's
no.
not showing up, I'm not showing up.
Okay. What are some things that we humans can learn from dogs in general?
Oh,
That's
I
an
could
easy
have
one. Now should I go for
whole
We'll do another episode for that one. Yes. But just to name a few.
I mean, listen, I think that just the way they show up for us day after day, right? I often think of my dogs
मैं कह रहा गलत मैं ट्रेनिंग कर
living
दी
in
क्या
a human
हाँ
home, and they have to
वही मैं देख
understand
रहा
us.
हूँ
They have to show up for us. We don't understand them. We give them barely any choices,
Glimmer.
and they're still
Glimmer
unconditional.
यहाँ तो है
They show no
Glimmer यहाँ नहीं है
judgment. Imagine if we could be a fraction of
करो
that for the people that we love. To show them that we're so happy to see them, to express openly how much they mean to us,
तो होना नहीं
and to just love.
dog
I mean, it is so
It is so
special.
pure.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with how good or bad you
Yeah,
are, how
exactly.
successful, how rich or poor you are.
Exactly.
It is insanely
मेरे को याद है
pure.
हैचिंग बढ़िया किया है मैंने
One thing about each
हैचिंग
other
में
that
आई
I
नहीं मतलब
noticed.
हैचिंग यहाँ की भी
Don't
किया
talk
है
about that.
इसलिए वो मुझे नहीं पता
Now you have to say
मुझे याद नहीं
Come on.
Be careful.
Incessant use of the phone.
Yeah. Same, by the way.
And you see her, no matter what setting it is, she's
चार्ली टार्ड नहीं दिख रहा मुझे
intensely
ये
replying
तो मैं
back
देख रहा हूँ
to whether it's Google reviews or email or whatever it is or whatever she may be doing, but there is life outside of this sweet little bar.
And that's exactly what annoys me about him.
Can't be.
I'm
He's
telling
pointing
you,
that out.
because he keeps pointing that to me, but I think he's on the phone way more than I am.
And then we get into a disagreement.
बढ़िया
We
कर रहा
text each other, कितने घंटे थे?
फिर ट्रेडिंग नहीं हो रही रावण क्या
Okay,
Yeah.
it's the phone. All right. I would like to ask both of you, is there any upcoming budding
देख के
entrepreneur
करना
around you that you think is very promising? Can you think of somebody to look out for?
Wow, I have such a long list of people that I love and they're doing such cool things. I think Ragini runs Leaf Club. She just started that in Bombay. She's doing such a great job of building community and offline stuff. There's Ayushi, she's a friend. She runs Stable Street,
ये ले ले
building workwear for women. Actually, there's such a long list. I mean, we have
अरे दे रहे मेरे को नहीं
We
चाहिए
hired a chain of hotels, these small boutique hotels, and they're becoming more of a national chain. Company called Claris,
Okay.
and they will be soon coming into India. But the idea of providing hotels to younger professionals at a budget. So I know there are a few people doing it here, but they have a little bit of a twist on it.
You think they're very promising to look out for?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Lastly, who is
ये
your
आज तक मैंने
mentor
पकड़ा
from
मैंने
the
बहुत
industry?
आराम
Because
किया
my uncle and aunt, and they're
एक
both
कभी
the
नहीं पकड़ा
mentors,
मैं
they
आता
are also the first people who supported our business. And now my uncle is 86 years
मैं भी
old,
जाना
and he is as sharp as a 21.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
his just advice about
आता
life,
है
business, ethics, all of that have been a fairly important guiding principle for me.
Yeah. No, I think a lot of times mentors are mostly teaching how to live their life.
Yeah.
Through the ups and downs. And they don't even know it is so much about the business.
सारी आईडी नहीं
This has
खुलेगी
been
पता है
such a
मुझे पासवर्ड याद
beautiful,
नहीं
beautiful conversation. I have to say, you are such a beautiful couple. God bless what you're doing and the reason why you're doing what you're doing. And it's such a great example for the entrepreneurs to not just do it for the money in the, in the business and the whole flashy idea of being an entrepreneur, but also what you really love every single day of your life. So yeah, wish you all the very best. Thank you so much. We love you. Can't let you go before you share your mantras that you live by with us, because this has to go on the Rockford Wall of Inspiration, where we put up all the mantras that entrepreneurs have shared with us, and we would love to know what's your mantra.
जिसके पास पैसा होता है उसी के लिए करते हैं ना कैसे करें।
Thank you so much.
अच्छा लकी पोकेमॉन बन जाते
I
हैं।
expected something to do with dogs here. So it says think positive with a paw, and remember everything is possible. This is so beautiful. I think it really is what you live
जो
by.
ट्रांसफर हुए हैं वो नहीं लिखेंगे
Sharing your
इसमें
story
क्या?
with us. This has really been inspiring, because it's not just about the business. I think it's so much about the love. I hope we can inspire people with this story, but you inspired me. Thank you for coming.
बोलता डिलीट मारूंगा।
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much.
कल मैंने बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट काम निपटा लिया।
अरे वाह, तुम्हारा लिया फाइनली। तूने अपने दिमाग का इलाज करा लिया। आंटी बड़ी खुश होंगी यार।
ICICI थ्रू आर्टोटेक स्मार्ट का 1 करोड़ का टर्म इंश्योरेंस लिया है। तूने तो लिया नहीं होगा। तूने
नहीं कर सकते।
सिर्फ 430 रुपए पर मंथ से शुरू है।
इतना ही था।
सिंपल है।
स्मार्ट हो गया यार तू।
स्मार्ट नहीं, आर्टोटेक स्मार्ट।
अरे वाह क्या बात है।
काम कर ले। Visit ICICIProLife.com today.
धोखा खाया मन धोखा खाया जीवन उत्पन्न करता है। धोखा क्या है? धोखे काटते हैं कि शैतान आपको झूठ बताता है और आप उस पर विश्वास करते हैं। यह शत्रु किसी व्यक्ति के द्वारा काम करता है, वो आपको झूठ बताता है और आप उस पर विश्वास करते हैं। आमीन। आप वास्तव में धोखा खाना नहीं चाहते हैं। सच तो यह है कि बाइबल हमें मत्ती 24:4 में बताती है, सचेत रहे कि कोई तुम्हें धोखा देकर दूर न ले जाए। यह हमारा काम है कि हम निश्चित कर लें कि हम धोखा ना खाएं। यदि आप परमेश्वर का वचन नहीं जानते तो आप नहीं जान पाएंगे कि आप कब धोखा खाएं। मेरे बचपन में मेरे पिता के द्वारा कई वर्षों तक मेरा यौन शोषण हुआ, इसलिए शैतान ने मेरे मन में बहुत से दृढ़ गढ़ बना कर रखे थे। अब हमेशा तुम्हारा जीवन नीचे ही रहेगा, क्योंकि तुम्हारा उपयोग हुआ है, गलत काम हुआ, व्यापार हुआ। और फिर मैंने यहाँ जाना कि मेरे भूतकाल का मेरे भविष्य के साथ कोई संबंध नहीं है। क्या ये खुशखबरी नहीं है? मैंने यहाँ पाया कि नई शुरुआत के लिए कभी देरी नहीं होती। फिर से आरंभ करने के लिए आप कभी बूढ़े नहीं होते। एक उत्तम जीवन जीने के लिए आपके पास कभी बहुत सी समस्याएं नहीं चल रहा है यार। परंतु जब तक मैंने न जाने कि यहाँ क्या है, मैं नहीं जानती थी कि मैं झूठ पर विश्वास कर रही थी। आपको परमेश्वर का वचन जानना है। उत्पत्ति 3:1-6 में हम देखते हैं कि शैतान के झूठ के कारण हव्वा ने धोखा खाया। जब शैतान आपके जीवन में आना चाहता है, वो आपके मन से वो बातें कहना शुरू करता है जो सच नहीं। छोटे से सुझाव, अक्सर वो पूरे बाहर के झूठ दिखाई नहीं देते हैं और वो सच्चाई को थोड़ा मरोड़ कर रखा जाता है, जो सच में फिर भी झूठ है।
चल रहा है धीरे धीरे।
परंतु कई बार आप नहीं जानते कि वो बातें वास्तव में झूठी। उसने हव्वा से आखिर क्या कहा? क्या परमेश्वर ने सच में तुझसे कहा है? बस आवाज का तरीका ही प्रश्न चिन्ह डालता है। परमेश्वर ने क्यों कहा कि तुम उसे नहीं खा सकती? परमेश्वर तुमसे क्या बचाए रखने की कोशिश
रखूं या हटा दूं?
उसमें ऐसा क्या है? उसमें बहुत सा आनंद होगा जो परमेश्वर तुम्हें देना नहीं चाहता। शायद यदि तुम वो करो तो तुम कुछ प्राप्त कर सकते हो, या तुम ऐसा कुछ जान सकती हो जिसे तुम नहीं जानती। ने क्या किया? शैतान ने जो कहा उसके विषय उसने सोचा। मैं विश्वास करती कि पहली बार वो अपने हृदय में जानती थी कि वो गलत है, क्योंकि पहली बात उसने कही थी कि वो नहीं। प्रभु ने बताया कि हम वो नहीं कर सकते। शैतान उसके मन के साथ खिलवाड़ करने जाता है और फिर वो सोचना शुरू करती जो वो कह रहा था, और वो सही दिखाई दे रहा था। क्या मैं आपको कुछ बताऊं, अक्सर विश्वास अनुचित दिखाई देता है। कई बार परमेश्वर आपकी अगुवाई जिसे करता है वो बहुत ही अनुचित बात होती है। परमेश्वर आपसे जो करने के लिए कहता है उसका हमेशा या अक्सर कोई अर्थ नहीं होता है।
क्या चल रहा है?
इसीलिए हमें आत्मा के मन से सोचना चाहिए और शारीरिकता के मन से सोचना नहीं चाहिए। अक्सर आप बहुत ज्यादा सोचते हैं और आपको क्या करना चाहिए कि आप अपने हृदय से जांच कर देखें, अपने सिर से जीना बंद कर दें, और यदि आपको क्या करना चाहिए इसके बारे में सही उत्तर पाना चाहते हैं तो अपने हृदय के साथ जांचना शुरू करें। शायद परमेश्वर चाहता है कि आप नौकरी छोड़ दें और दूसरी नौकरी करें, क्योंकि शायद उस नौकरी में आपका अधिक समय लगता है, वो आपका परिवार चूस रहा है, वो आपकी तंदुरुस्ती चूस रहा है, वो
क्या चल रहा है?